Today, I'm going over an automated sell schedule. So the recent slight increase in Bitcoin price has gotten me a bit excited, and I know my emotions take over quite heavily whenever we see a pump. They were last year, and I think they will this year. It's something I'm really concerned about after hearing someone post in the comments on one of my videos, someone who last cycle held call options through the entire crash and then lost all their money. I personally don't want to do that or experience that. So what I'm setting up for myself is a non-negotiable sell schedule for these call options. And obviously I'm pretty long, I hold a lot, but I think the responsible thing for me to do, the only way I've been able to justify such a decision is by creating a schedule that I have to adhere to that scales out of those call option positions. And I'll show you exactly what I'm thinking here, and you can let me know if I'm crazy, and I encourage anyone to do the same. I think if you start trading or making decisions based on something other than the data we have. So the reason we're making these call options trades, or the reason I'm making a call options trade, is just because of past cycles. I'm pretty much strictly using past cycle data to make these call options trades. So I will also use the same data to kind of start my scaling out of those positions. This chart, firstly, so this is the schedule. I use APS K32's charts partially, and then I have my own options pricing chart. I think his market cap adjusted power law index is fantastic. That's what I use for in this cyclical overlay is fantastic. It's scaled, and this isn't really like a power law discussion. It doesn't matter if you're into the power law or not. It's just simply for overlaying of cycles. If you believe in the cyclical nature of Bitcoin, and even if you don't, like I won't be doing anything crazy. I won't be shorting Bitcoin. I won't even really be selling Bitcoin. But there's no reason for me to believe the cycles will break, and I have no evidence for that at least. So all my options positions will be completely sold, completely exercised by the time of a historic Bitcoin peak. So as you can see here, these are the Bitcoin clouds and the price date and the options expiry dates. So this April expiration date aligns quite well with some pumps and past post halving cycles. So obviously that all gets exercised April 17th. And then I'm going to start scaling out all the way up until November of 2025. And so it's pretty much what I'm doing is just the April exercising. I'm doing another big chunk in May, end of May, early June. So a big chunk in May, big chunk in June, leaving about half my position in. So excluding those April calls, I'll have half my position in around the end of June. And then I'll be slowly scaling out July, August, September, October, and then leaving some for November. They expire in December. Everything will be sold. So what are a couple things I'm thinking? Well, there is a huge premium. As you go farther along in the cycle, you're taking on way more risk. So if those call options are at the money, you're experiencing increased theta decay as you hold closer to expiration. And then you also risk potentially riding down the backside of a cycle top. And I don't think that risk is huge, but I do think it's present. And, we could have a cycle like 2013. We could go to 250K coin by next spring. And that's just it. That's your bull. We could go to 250K next spring and then sit at 200K for a while. There's a lot of different ways the cycle could play out. So I'm just trying to take the emotions out of it and scale out. It's like a DCA approach, DCA out for those call options. And the beautiful thing about these options, we're selling to at least for me, I'm going to be selling at as few as possible to exercise. And that way you still retain the upside. You just don't have the leverage in the form of options, which you don't want as you get closer and closer to what would be a historic Bitcoin peak. So that's my thinking as of now. And then I also tried to decide, I looked into what months have been most productive for Bitcoin itself. And you've got the average monthly performance here of Bitcoin as a percentage, October, February, May, November, October, February, April, December, May. These have all been top performing months. And this excludes the three bear markets, 2013. So essentially 2014, 2018, and 2022. These are the top performing months. Really, I couldn't situate my scaling out relative to these months. Like, I try to be very honest with what I don't know, and I don't know most everything that's going on. And so I don't think you can scale out by increasing your selling at the ends of certain months. I don't think that's actually going to work. So being intellectually honest, knowing what I don't know, and having this schedule. Like, this is the only way, because when Bitcoin rips to 200K and I'm taking $1 million swings in these call option positions, it's very easy to be like, oh, I'll just wait another day before I sell and try to make another $1 million, boom. But that's a slippery slope to be on. So that's something I'm trying to avoid. And that's why I think an automated sell schedule for me, I know an automated sell schedule for me is the only way I'll be able to do this. So an automated sell schedule. And then finally, I was wandering around the bookstore today, On the Edge, The Art of Risking Everything. This is like a bestseller, apparently. Who's it by? Nate Silver. So far, so good. Highly recommend. It's applicable for anyone doing what we're doing here with the MSTR options. So thanks for watching. It's another day. I'll talk to you guys soon.